Welcome to an episode of Tangentially Related, a podcast where it's like a phone call with your best friend. I'm Lena, and I'm here with my bestie Gina.
Hello, hello.
And we're just gonna have a little chat today. I was responsible for picking the topic, or the starting topic. Let's be real, no one can pick a topic for the entire episode.
Yeah, we're gonna end up talking about something crazy again.
It's a given.
I don't know. I guess I'm still not over the fact that we talked about the New Deal in one of our last sessions.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for that. I have a note that says New Deal era. That's my favorite now.
What is your note for? Like, are you going to look into it more? Or are you just like, I gotta remember this?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? It's been a while since I read about this.
Well, that was not how I was planning on starting this episode, but we'll go back to that. This is a question I think it's very interesting, but I think a lot of people think that I'm overthinking things. So I'm interested in your opinion on that too. Why is your favorite color your favorite color?
Okay, interesting. This somehow relates to.
You're like, weird?
I'm mostly just confused. This somehow relates to the New Deal era?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Because I thought you were saying, let's go
It's like,
back
what
to that.
does that have to do with anything?
No, we were going back to you.
To what I was going to start us with, but because I was like, let's not go down the New Deal era rabbit hole.
I heard the opposite. I heard, let's double down. Okay, this makes a lot more sense.
You're just like, what?
I was like, is this a quiz? Is this? No, this is a genuine question. Okay, love it.
Genuine question.
My favorite color is pink.
Yes.
But I also love like earth tones and burnt orange. And so part of me was like, is that actually my favorite color? Because even though I love pink, I don't wear a lot of pink. I don't buy pink stuff. But my office is pink. I go through very pink phases of life. So sometimes I wonder, like, is that really my favorite color? Because I feel like I'm ignoring it. I don't know. Maybe that's also another great topic for the things that we love. We feel like we're
It's
ignoring
like,
them.
is your favorite color your favorite color?
So pink is my favorite color. I think just because of my positive association with it. I don't know. So I remember growing up and a lot of girls claimed that they didn't like pink. It was very much like, I'm not like other girls
Ugh,
kind of
I hate
attitude. No, seriously, I hate that. And I think I fell victim to that for a little bit until, I don't know, I realized how fucking stupid that was and how phony it was. Because I would see other girls doing that I was like, you're wearing pink shoelaces right now. What do you mean you don't like it? And I just hated seeing girls deny their femininity to make themselves appear cooler or to get boys to like them. And this started at such a young age. So in some ways, I think this could be part of why I love pink. And pink did not become my favorite color until maybe college or a little later. I was very much a purple girly through and through.
I do love purple.
Oh, love purple. Yeah, if purple is or has ever been your favorite color, I think you know that there's something different about purple people. They love a color, like they love it. So I had lots of purple things. All of my bedding was purple, all of that growing up. And then, I don't know, at some point I was like, you know what? I'm not that crazy about purple. I probably just overloaded on purple earlier in life and
Just like, too much purple. I'm purpled out.
Yeah, I think so. And I had a Hello Kitty bright pink microwave in college. And I think that was kind of about like the shift time for me.
Thank you, Hello Kitty Microwave, for revealing my true favorite color.
I think that was it, yeah, because I love Hello Kitty and Barbie and cute pink things. And I think there is a lot of positivity and power and feminine energy. And I think that's really why I love pink.
Pink is great.
Yeah, I think pink is great.
Pink is great. I love all the colors. Let's be real.
And there's so many different shades of pink, too. Pink next to other shades of pink is really cute. I love pink and red at Valentine's Day. I don't know. I like it.
I think my hatred of Valentine's Day does bleed into the fact that I never pair red and pink together. Because I hate Valentine's Day. So maybe that is a little unreasonable on my end, but I understand other people like it. That's great.
Okay, so now I want to know, why is your favorite color your favorite color?
One would think that I had a better answer than I do. Well, okay.
Because I like it.
Because I like it. Well, and here's the thing. This actually goes back to a point that you made where you're just like, is pink my favorite color? Because it's not always the forefront of my colors sort of thing. Because for me, I do understand that. Because my favorite color, whenever I'm asked, is Kelly green. I love Kelly green. It's beautiful. It's vibrant. It's eye-catching. It's so unique. I love it. It's a beautiful, gorgeous color. I do not wear Kelly green. I do not style my house with that color. I don't buy artwork in that color, but it is my favorite color. It's so fascinating because, gun to my head, my favorite color is Kelly green. Just because every time I see it, I love it. It's beautiful and it makes me happy. It is not a color that's very prominent in my life.
Yeah.
If I had to pick those colors, which my two other favorite colors, because there's multiple, of course, would be purple and teal. I love purple and teal, specifically together.
I was going to say, you also like the combination. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, purple and teal together. Love it. But I was thinking about it when I was like, topic of conversation for this episode. What would my answer be? And I got distracted in my own brain because I was like, wow, I never thought about the fact that blue is not my favorite color. I'm not typically drawn to it in any way, shape, or form, but it is the foundation of every single one of my favorite colors.
Oh, okay.
It's the only common factor between all three.
That's so funny.
Which is fascinating. Yeah, because like teal is technically a blue, if you want to get really into the science of it. Teal is a blue, even though it's like a blue-green, blah, 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 blah. I will not go down that rabbit hole too far. And then purple is blue and red, and then green is blue and yellow.
That is so funny.
Blue is the foundation of my favorite colors, but I don't like blue.
Do you own a lot of blue stuff or not at all?
I do.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
It's like I have a lot of blue stuff. Well, it's also blue is kind of a pervasive color in society because it's a very safe color. And I think that's why I don't like it very much. It's because it's everybody's default. And I'm like, ugh.
It's also so easy to compromise and reach blue as your compromise color. I've noticed that even just like in my house, the walls, there are painted different shades of blue. And at the time I was like, ooh, I really like this. But I also liked it paired with like our purplish couch or bouncing off the pink pillows, things like that. Now, if I think about picking up a can of paint and painting something, it is not going to be blue. But you're right, I think it is like such a safe color. If you didn't know what to paint in office space, paint it a shade of blue.
You painted blue.
Yeah, that's calming. People would like it.
My guest room is painted blue.
See? Yeah. Yeah, perfect for a guest room.
I'm just like, oh, why? For some reason, now I'm equating blue to, I think I was on Pinterest, and it was a screenshot of a Tumblr post. That's my internet ecosystem, where it's about, like, the molehill you will die on, or the hills you will die on. With someone with no hills to die on, their world is a flat landscape of acceptance, and their life is boring. And it's better said than that. I'll find the real thing and send it to you. But that's what blue is to me, where it's like it is the neutral that everyone's like, that works.
Yeah.
And it's just so boring. I was like, paint your walls pink or purple.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my purple room right now, and I was like, this is glorious. It makes me so happy every single time I look at it. And it's purple.
Yeah. I'm sitting in my pink room. Yeah. No, and that makes me happy. No, I agree.
And dopamine decor, and how everyone's like, I regret my dopamine decor because now I want to get rid of it. And I was like, well, that just means that you don't know what you like. Because
no, right?
I love my dopamine decor, and it's been years for some of it where I was like, you just make me happy.
Then that wasn't dopamine. You were just following a trend. Yeah, what do you mean you regret your dopamine decor? I would never, like, I don't know, regret a choice like that.
Because you can always change it.
That's the thing, especially if it was something like paint on a wall. I would not regret painting my office pink. I can just paint on top of it.
Well, yeah.
I can just change the color.
And I think this kind of such a weird pivot to make, but it's tangentially related. It's fine. People equate success with longevity. So it's like, even if you only like it for a season, like let's say you only liked your pink office for a few months, but in those few months, it made you ridiculously happy. Why then is that still a mistake if you have to repaint it? Where it's like, just because something is only dopamine inducing or a dopamine hit for a short period of time, why does that mean that it was unsuccessful. Like, it
Absolutely.
doesn't make any sense.
So
Longevity
true.
does not equal success. That's something that I've learned as I've gotten older,
Hmm.
and it's completely changed how I live my life.
I think that is brilliant. Yeah.
Where it's just like, I like something right now. Now, obviously, there are ways that this could be like detrimental to a person, but if you're not
Hmm.
hurting yourself or anybody else, who the fuck cares?
Yes.
Paint the walls that crazy color.
Paint the walls, baby. Yeah, absolutely. And I think even realizing that certain things might only be meant to last a season. You're not going to have this thing for forever. And just appreciating it while it's here, it can still be beautiful and wonderful and successful,
Mm-hmm.
even if it didn't last for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just think that everyone gets so stuck in like, if it's not forever, then it's not worth it. And I was like, well, it just got real dark. I was like, well, then life isn't successful because you're
Right.
only here for a short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. So maybe
Yeah, nothing is forever.
nothing.
No, I totally feel you. I am immediately thinking of when I had the opportunity to be the general manager for a small classic movie theater. I say classics, it was old, and we did screen a lot of classics. We also did a lot of first runs. Even though I was running the place, the person who owned it definitely had a habit of firing people.
What a habit.
Yeah. And also not always telling people why. And
Is
just,
that
you
legal?
were either in or you were out. It was very much like Project Runway.
Oh, jeez.
You were in, now you're out. No, yeah, it was definitely not nearly as glamorous.
Few things are.
Few things are as glamorous as Project Runway. I'm immediately thinking of Heidi Klum. I used to love that show. Why am I not watching that anymore?
Probably
Anyway.
because it's a little problematic, or it used to be a lot more problematic. Maybe it's better now.
Or are you thinking of America's Next Top
I'm thinking
Model?
top model. That's my bad.
Yep,
My
I
bad.
started to go there too. Right after that, in my head, I was like, wanna be on top? Nope, that was Top Model.
Which was very problematic.
Which, yeah, no, loved that show growing up. You look back at episodes now and you're like, whoa,
What?
we as a society were like, this is good entertainment. This is okay. We can put this on TV.
So glad we moved past that, but now we have our own issues, so.
Hmm.
Oh, you win some, you
No,
lose some.
yeah. But anyway, so running this movie theater, I knew that because the owner was the type to just let people go, and it seemed very willy nilly, that any chance to be there every day that I got to work there was good, and that I just had to soak it up. I knew it wasn't going to last forever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't imagine having that job like for years and years and years. So for the amount of time that I was there, I just knew like, hey, this isn't going to last forever, and what a wonderful ride.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a good time while I'm here. And now that that chapter is over, I still feel like, yeah, it was good. It was successful. Even if it wasn't a very long phase in my life, I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to do that.
I do remember when you were doing that. You, like, had a lot of fun with it. Was it also stressful at times? Yes. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you gotta enjoy things as they come up in life. It's just one of those things where it's like the minute you realize, hey, this doesn't have to be forever,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost freeing where you're just like, I could do this for like 6 months and just be like, and then I'm done and I'm moving on. And that's okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we got to hire staff on, and even then, I remember having conversations like, hey, we're probably not going to be doing this forever. I'm so glad that I get to do this with you now. It really just helped us appreciate the present moment and realize, hey, this is fucking cool, and I'm happy to be here. I think there's just that freedom and sort of peace, humility, positivity, I think, in realizing that things aren't going to last forever.
Yeah. Well, and this such a fucking random place to go. But this goes back to the whole werewolf versus vampire thing. Stay with me. Because everyone's like, oh, would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? And I always was team werewolf. Now, yes, this was back in like Twilight era, but it had nothing to do with
Team Jacob.
yeah, no, I did not care. Although Jacob, the actor Taylor Lautner, who's now married to a Taylor,
Hmm.
which is so weird to me. I don't think I could do that.
I think it's so funny. I love that for him.
But he's from Michigan, which is where I'm from, and I just thought that was so cool. Beside the point.
That is cool.
Going back to the werewolf versus vampire thing. I was always team werewolf because I have never been enticed by immortality. forever. It was
Mm-hmm.
so weird because even growing up in like a conservative Christian family where people are just like, you're gonna go to heaven and you're gonna live with everybody forever, and that was never appealing to me.
You were like, no.
No, because I feel like, and maybe this is a little too philosophical, but the fact that you will not live forever, regardless of what your faith or belief is, like, no, nothing lives forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it beautiful and valuable. It's just one of those things where it's like, if time is infinite, it has lost its value.
That's true.
And everyone's like, oh, but I would do so much. And I was like, no, you wouldn't.
So true.
Like, even now, when our lives are, you're lucky to be like mid 80s when you die. People waste so much time.
Mm-hmm.
And that 80, 85 years, if you're lucky and healthy, is not a lot. And it's just so mind boggling to me that people are just like, if I had 1,000 years to live, I would do so much. And I was
Yep.
like, no, you wouldn't. You would just
No.
waste a lot of it, which is like fine. If that's what you want to do with your life and just like have a chill existence, like I do not begrudge anybody that, but I
Mm-hmm.
do want people to be realistic where it's like, if you had 1,000 years, you would do the same amount more than likely, which is saying something.
Percentage wise, yeah, you're gonna end up doing the same amount of shit and probably just make the same amount of excuses
Mm-hmm.
to not do
Yeah.
shit. Like, you might just get more clever and creative in the ways that you procrastinate things.
Oh my
No, for
gosh. I
real.
feel like now I'm just like, if I live to be 1,000, what would be my preferred time wasting? Books. I would read everything. I would read
Oh, yeah.
everything. That would be cool. I would just waste so much time reading. And it wouldn't be a waste.
No, I love that. I had like so many thoughts because I think of your example that people say, oh, if I got to live this long, then I would do all of these things. No, you wouldn't. It immediately makes me think of when people see something and they're like, I could make that.
Oh, I hate that.
Okay, but you're not going to. Like, I could probably make that if I wanted to. But you won't.
And you didn't.
And you didn't. That's so true. Yeah, and you didn't.
Well, and that's my biggest thing with people who are just like, I don't understand modern art. And I was like, okay. And you're like, I could do that. Great. You didn't do it because your brain didn't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's red blocks on a white canvas.
Yeah.
Someone created that in reality. It didn't exist before.
Mm-hmm.
It does now. And you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So you can still respect the act of creation.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. And then somehow in the werewolf vampire
You're welcome.
immortality thing, I thought of Tuck Everlasting. Not that they're vampires, but the family like lives forever.
Okay, I have a confession.
Confess.
I have never seen or read Tuck Everlasting.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Spoil
All
away.
right.
It's super old.
No, that's okay. I think it's on its 20th, 25th. The book had an anniversary recently because Alexis Bledel went into the studio and did the audiobook recording for it.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
that's really cool. Yeah, because she was in the movie, which I think is just so sweet. I mostly read it and faked my way through the rest of it because I had a book report that was due and was like, shit, I gotta figure this out. And I remember my mom stayed up late with me. I want to say this was probably over the course of like a couple nights, but realistically, knowing me and all of the procrastination, this was probably very much a night before book report, sitting in the dining room with my mom.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I remember like printing off pictures and like gluing them to a poster board and all of that stuff. And I had to present on Tuck Everlasting and talk like such an expert as if I had finished reading the whole thing, which I had not. I'll have to go back and actually read that. Maybe we could read it together, but I'm gonna push that off further on our list because I still need to finish some Hunger Games stuff.
Girl, for real?
I know. I'm taking forever. And then I said I wanted to read a romance together.
Oh,
So
yes, that's
we're gonna do
right.
that. We'll read a romance. Not that Tuck Everlasting isn't a romance. It like is, but I wanted something different.
But it's not.
Yeah, I want like something modern and maybe a little spicy. Then we'll do this like Tuck Everlasting romantic period piece.
Okay. I feel like maybe we've talked about this, but at some point, I need you to read Secrets and Masks, which is a Harry Potter fan fiction. Have we talked about this?
You have told me about this.
Okay. For our listeners, whoever's there, I'm a huge fan fiction girly. Like, it's bad. Of all fandoms. There's so many. But Secrets and Masks holds a special place in my heart because It's the first bound fan fiction that my friend gave me, who is my fellow bookbinder. And it wrecked me. Like, every time I read this book, I cry, which is why I'm like, Gina, I need you to read this and understand
Mm-hmm.
the emotional impact it had on me.
Honestly, that is what sells me. If you're like, oh, it tore my heart out. Yes. Then now I am in. Whether it's like book,
Girl, you
movie.
have no idea.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna write down reading list and then these couple things because we really gotta do it.
We do. So here's the bad thing about fan fiction. I'm pretty sure Secrets and Masks got taken down.
Oh.
I have a typeset because I wanted to make my own copy. So I could just make you a copy and send it to you. Because that's
Ooh,
allowed.
that's true.
Oh my God. I got so mad because I was doom scrolling on TikTok the other day and someone was like,
Hmm.
this shouldn't be on TikTok shop. TikTok shop. But it is. And like showed a beautifully bound version of a major fan fiction. I was like, girl, what are you doing? A, you shouldn't have bought that.
Yeah.
B, why are you making a video? You're like, this shouldn't be here. It's like, yeah, you're right. And you shouldn't have bought it.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
No, yeah, it shouldn't be here, but like you're part of the problem
Yeah,
now.
you're part of the problem. Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, yes, I know how much time and energy and
Yeah.
fucking money goes into bookbinding. I bind fan fictions. It's a great hobby. It's
Hmm.
so costly, but I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But it's just like, no. Ugh, I get so mad. I
Yeah.
get so mad.
No,
It's like,
yeah.
bind them and give them to friends, which is what I'm going to do with you with Secrets and Masks.
Okay, love it.
But you do not sell that shit.
No, for
Unacceptable.
real. And because we've worked in the entertainment space for forever and working with part time employees, young people, they're first getting their start, because we've been there, we have had so many conversations about
Mm-hmm.
intellectual property law and just all of those things and protecting people's works, making sure that you can get paid for
Yeah.
them. This is why we have intellectual property laws. Yeah, it just makes it that much more
Well, and it's
frustrating.
so frustrating because fan fiction in particular, like people literally write masterpieces.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. Some of the most heartbreaking things I have ever read has not been classic literature. It's been like Harry Potter or Critical Role fan fiction where I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
bawling my eyes out because someone took the time to write and create this story with characters that are beloved,
Yeah.
knowing they will never get paid for it. It is an act of pure love
Mm-hmm.
of a world. And to then someone else profit off of that is disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, girl, no.
No, I agree.
Absolutely not. So when all these people are just like, yeah, I'm taking my fan fictions down because people are selling them, I do not begrudge them
Mm-hmm.
1 minute. I got on a soapbox. I'm sorry. I get so mad.
No, preach.
Protect fan fiction authors because this is my huge hobby. And I was like, if they start going away because people are assholes, I will raise hell.
Well, and it is just so weird to, I don't know, profit off of something that you didn't have anything to do with. Even though I don't read fan fictions and I'm not really in that community, I do still believe in protecting fan fiction authors, their work, all of that. The way that I immediately relate to just the gross weirdness of
Mm-hmm.
profiting off of that. So, I collect Disney pins.
Yes.
And reselling pins has gotten so crazy this last year. And it is something that I had thought about doing before. And so I do have a lot of extra pins that aren't intended for my collection to either trade or sell. But man, I got so turned off of that idea when I saw the amount of people every single week that new pins were coming out, just
Mm-hmm.
buying up stock like crazy and selling things they had no interest in. And absolutely everyone, everybody and their mother, was becoming a Disney
Yeah.
pin reseller. Really, you all have to find a way to profit off of Disney merchandise right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, it's so weird. Just, I understand wanting to make a few bucks and have a nice, lucrative side gig. What a dream. Love that. But there are some times where you have to realize, like, what is it that you're trying to profit off of?
Yeah.
But I think, like, selling people's fan fictions is much weirder because you have absolutely no interaction
Mm-hmm.
with that person, and here you are printing out their words and binding it and selling it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't use the term disgusting lightly when I say it, but it's just because it goes back to the capitalism of it all. Capitalism
Mm-hmm.
is the bad guy. Thank you, Brendan Lee Mulligan. Capitalism is the bad guy because everyone is just constantly trying to find a way to make money. And
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing, I don't begrudge people needing money or wanting money because that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
It's when you do it off of the backs of other people. This is also why I don't like big corporations.
Mm-hmm.
You're making money at the expense of people, and that's gross. It's
Yeah.
like, ew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and to go to the Disney pin things, I love that you love Disney. This is not me judging you in any way, shape, or form. Disney is a huge corporation
Mm-hmm.
that has problems with it. Just full stop.
Touche.
But
Yeah.
even the pin reselling thing, I also find kind of crazy, where it's just like you have no interest in these things, but you know other people will find
Mm-hmm.
them valuable. And it's just like, yep, I'm going to get them and then upcharge them.
Yeah.
Why is this
Mm-hmm.
okay?
No, seriously. Yeah.
I think it's also just because money to me is stupid.
Money is stupid.
This is coming from someone who, like, I grew up middle class. Did my family ever have an exorbitant amount of money? No, but I also never worried about where my next meal was coming from, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that there is a certain level of, what's the word I'm looking,
Privilege.
certain level of privilege that allows me to have that outlook.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, blah. Why have we made a society that's just like, money?
Yeah.
I hate this. I
Mm-hmm.
want to just make stuff.
Yeah.
That would be great and not have to worry about money. Oh my God, did you hear? I think it's Iceland? Some European country. Maybe I'm wrong that it's Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
Although Iceland did go to the 4-day work week. Love that for them.
Ooh, pop off, Iceland.
I'm sure other ones too. They have a universal basic income for artists specifically.
Ooh.
So if you're an artist, you get this basic income provided to you, so you don't have to like worry about your basic necessities. And I was like, oh my God, how glorious would that be?
Interesting.
It started with an I, so it's like Iceland, Ireland. Those are the two I ones, right?
All right, we're gonna have to look this
There's
up.
more I countries, right?
Italy.
I don't think it was Italy. They're a little too conservative these days.
Hey, you asked for I countries.
No, that's fair. Anyway,
Uh,
I just thought that was really, really interesting, where I was like, yes, this is a great way to support
mm-hmm.
creatives these days, because honestly, there is not much infrastructure in place to support people who do not make money in a traditional corporate job, like at all.
Touche. Ireland.
Is it Ireland?
Smithsonian Magazine. Ireland. Yep.
Okay.
Ireland makes a program offering basic income for artists permanent. After a successful 3-year pilot, the country will continue to provide 2,000 artists with $1,500 per month.
That's crazy.
That's really cool.
Now, that would not pay all of my bills, but
No, right? I was like, that's not a lot of money. But also, I don't live there. I don't know the cost of living. And maybe if I read more about this, I could figure out how they actually like pay their bills and make a living and do all the things. But apparently this was a pilot program that they did between 2022 and 2025, and then we're like, you know what? Let's make it official. So I'm assuming it has worked clearly since they made it a permanent thing.
I just thought that was so fascinating, where it's like,
Yeah.
specifically with artists and creatives, a lot of times, in order to support themselves, they have to, I'm speaking from personal experience, have a corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mental
Yeah.
bandwidth that they need to actually pursue their art is taken up by the bureaucratic bullshit that they have to deal. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling super creative at the end of the day these days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, honestly. And this is why I have encouraged other people that are creative and want to follow their creative endeavors to maybe not work a very creative 9 to 5.
Mhm.
And I know it's going to sound so boring during your workday, but at least you're not pouring all of your passion and creativity into your work for a company, for someone else.
Mhm.
Show up, just do the work, and then now all of your fun ideas and creative approaches and things you can have for yourself, for your personal passion projects, all of your own shit.
Yeah.
I honestly think it works better that way, but hard to say.
I definitely agree. Because even just from personal anecdotes, since I have moved to a more organizational and like systems based role, I have had more creative bandwidth just in general, but
Mhm.
it is the drudgery of a like 9 to 5 where you're like at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
done. But no, I definitely get what you're saying because I, at least like on weekends and when I have a little extra bandwidth, I do have more spoons
Mhm.
to put into my own personal things. That's why we're starting a podcast.
Yes.
So proud of us.
Yeah.
Took us long enough.
Hey, took us long enough, but I am happy to be here doing the things.
Yes.
I do like that we always celebrate ourselves whenever we do fun creative things
Yeah.
because we have worked together for a long time, but finding the time to squeeze in something fun and creative always feels like such a big task, but then is really accomplishing once we've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was just a little something here or there, it's so nice to be like,
I
hey,
did that
we did
thing.
that.
Yeah. No, it is really nice. And I think
hmm
rewarding yourself for doing the extra thing or like something you want opposed to something you need is necessary these days. I need a little treat.
hmm
I need a little treat.
Yeah, celebrate the wins, even if they're small. Yeah, I think it's all worth it.
And that's the whole trend of finding whimsy in your day to day life. I feel like is very similar because in my brain, my little treats are like,
hmm
ooh, I'm gonna make a special little coffee drink opposed to just a regular cup of coffee and things like that. And it's just like, just make your life more whimsical.
Yes.
Use the cute cup. Wear the cute outfit even if you're not going outside.
hmm
Make your dog wear a bandana for cute pictures.
Yes.
Definitely did that last week.
Excellent example. Eat ice cream out of your china bowls. Who gives a shit? They are bowls. They're there to be used. Whimsy all around.
Use the sticker.
Oh, use the
That's a big one for
sticker.
me.
Yes.
Use the sticker.
I have so many stickers that I've been holding on to for years that have yet to be stuck to anything.
Same. I recently went to the little art shop downtown and there were the cutest little stickers and I found them in my wallet again because I was like, oh yeah, because I stuck them in my wallet so they didn't get bent. And I'd never get a bag anywhere I go. I was like, I can handle it.
hmm
So I put these stickers in my wallet and I refound them the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, so now they're at my desk and now they're just staring at me. They're just like, you could stick us on something. You could just do it. And I was like, but I want you to mean something. And
No,
then it
right?
goes down the rabbit hole of like, just use the sticker.
Just use the sticker. Yeah. Stop waiting for the right, perfect thing to stick it on. Just stick it on something.
It's just a sticker. It doesn't have to mean anything.
Something you like, something you're gonna see. It's not like we came full circle, but in a way, starting from colors and ending up at stickers sort of makes sense in my brain.
Really?
Yeah, I think it kind of matches up. At one point, I thought we were legitimately going to sit down and talk more about the New Deal era. So for us to go here,
Be like a little asterisk. Like, no, no,
that
no,
checks
no.
out. I'm going to wrap this up, although I am thinking maybe we need to expand more on our werewolf versus vampire conversation because that ended up going into books and I created a little reading list for us, but at some point we might need to talk more about werewolves, vampires, or maybe
Oh, yeah, because you didn't even say what you. I want to know. Wait, based on just the gut instinct, I need to know which side you're on
Oh, okay, like right now?
right now.
Okay, gut instinct vampire.
Why? We could talk about it later, but
Mm-hmm.
what?
Yep, okay. We'll have to save that one for later because I think the whole discussion on immortality or maybe even other monster figures that we would like to be if we could, that could be its own full-blown
Oh,
tangent.
if we open it up, that's a yeah, that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a D&D player, so I know some stuff.
Right, you're like, I have some monsters and reasons.
Yeah, 100%. Now I'm really down. Next episode, this is what we're talking. Actually, no, you get to choose next time. Episode after that, this is what we're talking
No,
about.
I like it. Yeah, let's talk about monsters soon. Let's definitely do that.
Okay.
But yeah, luckily I have our little reading list. We talked about all of the things, intellectual property law, capitalism. That honestly, that sounds very on brand for us. So,
Yep.
I'm not surprised at all. Well, hopefully some of that was entertaining and interesting to you. Maybe you'll start thinking about what kind of monster you would want to be. First question will be werewolf versus vampire, but come back next time because we will have to expand and talk more about this and all of the arts and all of the things that's probably going to get brought up somewhere. Well, this has been Tangentially Related. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time.